Hello and welcome to this edition of Crime Watch. We are told that the youths are always leaders of tomorrow. In Nigeria in particular, we've always been hearing about this, but we still have the elders or the elderly always occupying the tomorrow of the youths, because they are here today, they are here tomorrow, and they have always remained discernible. Should that be the practice? Some people are saying no, even politically. The elders should begin to shift a bit and start giving the youths the rightful place to occupy, to take charge of the destiny of the nation in their own hands. My name is Ben Shaman. We shall come to all of that, and you are on to Third Eye Africa TV. I have a guest who specializes in mentoring teenagers, not just in Nigeria. It's an African affair. She's proposing a bill on how to handle teenage matters. She's also an author and a humanist, let me put it this way. By being an author, she has some titles to her credit. I'm sure we'll discuss many of these things. And therefore, let me welcome Princess Anita, African Teens Ambassador. Welcome to Third Eye Africa TV.
Oh, Mr. Ben, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Now, you have this passion for the teenagers. Why this selection?
Thank you. Wonderful question. The truth remains that we must catch them young. I look at the society today, a lot are going on. Like you said, old men are still there occupying space, refusing to live for the young ones. But the truth remains how prepared our youths are. Are they really prepared to take over the leadership? Are they really prepared? How prepared are they? That's why I raise up my hand and say, I can wade into the problem to try to see how we can help. I and my partners, we sat down. We went into research first of all. After that, we sat down together and agreed that we should go into the community everywhere to mentor teenagers, to really tell them why they should be prepared, because you cannot be agitating for position meanwhile you are not prepared. So that is why we came up with 10-year strategic goal plan for 2035. The idea behind this is we want to monitor the activities of teenagers in Africa, but taking Nigeria as a lead nation. Right now, we are proposing for a bill called Association of Nigeria Teens Monitoring Activities. Why? Because we need to. My working with teenagers has really opened my eyes to know that these children, they don't need much. All you need to do is to guide them. The right place to be, the right association, and engaging them too. And in between that, we decided to come up with building a vocational center in 36 states.
Yes, we'll come to that, but let's first of all dwell on the bill itself.
Okay.
I can see a copy of that. Is that the copy?
Exactly.
Okay, maybe our viewers would want to. So basically, what are the contents of this bill? As you intend to change the fortune of the teenagers?
Yeah, the contents are simple. We want to have a body, kind of agency or association. Your agency, government is agency, where selected that can go into the activities of teenagers to monitor, follow up, ensuring the right thing is being done, just like what Soludo is doing in Anambra State.
What is Soludo doing?
Well, I'm trying to say, okay, let's drop that. What I'm trying to say is this:
No.
monitoring the
Yes,
activities.
just a moment. If Soludo is doing something for the youth and
Similar.
feel, yeah, this should be incorporated.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there are some programs. You also have sometimes what you call peer review mechanism. If it is done in Anambra State, is it done in Lagos? If it's not done in Lagos, why? Then can Kano or Sokoto also borrow a leaf from what the Soludo is doing? Because they call him Mr. Solution.
Not really that he's doing so much in terms of what I'm saying, but indecent dressing, because it starts from there. I want to believe, and I don't mind, it's a devil's workshop. When you engage a teenager, you ask me a question, what we attempt to achieve is to engage them constructively by having maybe what is it called? Vocational center being built during holidays. You put them in there depending on what the person wants to learn. Every hand should be on deck, teaching them professionally, even giving them leadership skills, depending on what one wants to do. Like I have a teenagers to I call them the face of this goal, 10-year goal. These children, they've been able to come up with 3 apps, include the fourth one is artificial limb. They constructed an artificial limb for a classmate who is an amputee. Okay, Aisha is an amputee. She cries all the time because she's intelligent, but she finds it difficult to walk and all that. So in order for them to show love to a classmate who is an amputee, they went into research, and today they were able to come up with an artificial limb, that is in use. So what we're trying to...
in other words, sorry to cut you short,
Okay.
The youths you have in your own vocational center were able to create this artificial limb.
That's perfect, exactly.
So,
Exactly.
to
we would
what
like to
extent are you
duplicate it.
involving, let's say, state governments and all that stuff to key into what your vocational center is doing?
I have written letters. I have written letters, but they are not really buying into it. Good thing we just got the former Inspector General of Police in the person of Dr. Sir Mike Okiro, Dr. Sir Mike Mbama Okiro, who I know very well that is so passionate about youth doing well. So I and my team pay him a courtesy call, showing him what we have, after going through it, because we went there for him to request for him to be our grand patron. After going through papers and all that, he accepted. He accepted the offer and said, this is what we need now. This is what we need now to start catching the young. So maybe, and another thing we plan doing is to have a fundraising dinner where people will come to donate money for us to have these centers built. Because of course I don't have the money to build. So going to the question you asked me, I think that's when we pull in the state governors, into the program so that they can be able to raise money for this vocational center. And at the same time, I've written 16 books. So we want to also construct mini library by the side of vocational center because they go, hand in hand. So we also make sure we revive the culture, the reading culture. Because you don't wait a moment. When somebody is busy reading or doing what he knows how to do best, of course, he can never be involved in crime. So that's what we are doing right now.
So once they are engaged, they will not be involved in crimes. And let's look at this thing you call youth restiveness. I mean, they are feeling that they are being suppressed and they express their own kind of protest by way of, do I call it some subtle challenges? Some will go into drugs. Some will go. How do we manage? When I say we as parents or society, how do we manage youth excessiveness? The way they express themselves.
Sorry, forgive my language, because what I'm going to say, I will tell you right now, with amazing word, that some parents have actually got it wrong. They feel, yes. Okay, when I say parents, particularly about mothers, some mothers have failed. in this role, because you can't just at 13, 14, 15 start, trying to. The child is gone away already. You have to start early. They say charity begins at home. It's not me. It's you as a mother. You should be involved into your child's, you be in child's activities. Whatever thing is doing, you should be involved. You don't just allow him to be, Sometimes I tell people, once you allow a neighbor's voice to echo louder than your own as a mother before your child, you have lost the child. All you do is to sit him down, sit her down, tell her what she stands to gain, what she stands to lose, pulling her the right parts, and continuous talking. You don't say, I've met a mother who told me, I don't like talking too much, I don't like doing this. I say, no way. Once you start making babies, automatically become a talkative. Because you need to continue talking. You open your mouth, continue talking and talking and talking to the child. I am telling you, by the time you talk to the child, the particular thing once, twice, three, it forms part of the child. You cannot desist from it. But when you believe that because you are a holy person, you do this, your child, it's not true. It doesn't come that way. He has friends. He goes to school. He goes out. He meets friends who will tell him, forget about mommy, what she's saying. She's old school. She's that. But wait a moment. Ensure you let your child know that I am your mother. I can't afford to, allow you to miss the way. Whatever I tell you is the right thing. Don't listen to your friends. Don't listen to outsiders. See, so what brought about this is because I said mothers have failed in parenting. Yes, because they don't have time. Even though things are hard, everybody's looking for how to make ends meet and all that. So sometimes they often neglect them. They don't give them that attention. But I am telling you, you make out time to talk to your child, time to time. Let your child go out there to quote you. Oh, my mom said this, my mom said that, my mom said, but if you allow him to say, no, mommy, what you are saying is not correct, this person's own is correct, automatically you've lost that child.
Okay. Now, let us, we are discussing Crime Watch.
Okay.
Therefore, we'll begin to look at the youth, the children, the teenagers, those you intend to protect or those you are protecting. At the point some will say, look, their number is increasing. For example, some fall victims of either kidnap. Just how many days ago, this thing called One Chance in Nigeria. Someone pretends to be a taxi driver, and in the end, a girl is murdered. How do we handle such issues?
It boils down to what I'm saying. By now, a child should be able to have security tips. Like each time I'm going to school tours, school-to-school tours and all that, sometimes I involve police to talk to them. When it comes to that area, I might not be a professional, even though I can talk to an extent, but I allow police to talk to them. Even mothers should be able to have security tips. You tell your child, when you see this, run. When you see that, run. Don't be here. Don't be alone in a particular place. Don't go anywhere alone. And be sure you know your friends up to their parents. Know who their parents are. Know where they stay. No, they don't just meet somebody in school. You follow the person without knowing the person's background. That is one of the factors that can help a child to be in the right lane.
No. Some people also say, in terms of crimes, criminality, broken home issues come in, where, look, everyone is to himself or herself, then God for us all. Broken homes, for example, how do you handle children? Parents have issues and they have about 4, 5, 6 children. So who takes charge of that?
You see, my working with gender Nigeria Police Force has opened my eye to see or to know that it's not really good to have a broken home, because most cases being treated there. The woman is so passionate about home. You always call both parties. Your kids are small. If you allow this marriage to be broken, it will be difficult for you to bring these children together. So what message am I trying to pass? I am trying to pass a message that broken home is not really the best, because probably the child watched the mother abusing the father, or they watched the father abusing the mother. So at a point, the child will be so disappointed. Some of them leads into drugs addiction. This particular topic we're talking about, this kind of scenario we painted here, makes some of them to go into drugs addiction. So what am I trying to say? It's still boil down to, okay, even if you have a broken home already, a mother should know that her duty in the home is to make sure the home is in order. It should still look inward to know and monitor the activity of the child. Ensure that child doesn't go with bad friends, because it's bad influence that makes one to get into drug addiction.
Now, one of the titles, when I say titles, one of the books you have written is We Must Get It Right.
Okay, yeah.
So let's get it right.
Yes.
How do we lead us into some of the contents of this book?
Yeah. Okay, we must get it right. We must get it right. We must get it right. We have no option but to get it right. How do we get it right? Boil down to what I said just now. Mothers, you should sit at it, at your job. Your job is to ensure your children are doing the right thing at any particular moment. Don't tell me I don't know. Okay, there's another one I wrote. Mothers, where are your daughters? What propelled me into writing this book is I flew down from here to Port Harcourt. Getting to Port Harcourt, from there, pick a local taxi to Abia State, Aba precisely, just because I told the man to take me to cheap hotel, So he actually took me to a cheap hotel. When I got there, what I saw, my eye couldn't contain it.
What did you see?
Okay, I saw a young girl, 13-year-old girl, 13, pregnant already, having a tissue in her hand, a ball of tissue, and I was talking to the manager of the hotel. Let me have key. He spoke in Igbo language. I can't speak it. He said, the man is in a hurry to eat. I could not, I understand Igbo language, but I could not wrap that one around my head because I could not understand what she was saying. So I was trying to decode. Finally, what she was saying is, oh, manager, hurry up, give me the key. The man is in a hurry. He has paid. Paid for what? Wait, hurry to what? And I said, when I go home...
This was a kind of a prostitution scenario.
Brutal.
Okay.
When I go home that night, I couldn't sleep. I was worried. What's really going on? Mothers, where are your daughters? If that woman knows where the daughter is, of course, he wouldn't allow her to be there. So what am I saying? I am saying that mothers should be involved in every activity of her child, knowing where she is at any moment, knowing what she's doing, knowing the association, even in school. The girl is living in a boarding school. You should make out time sometimes to do your private investigation, private visits. First of all, you need to know who her friends are, the parents of her friends. And you make her to understand that you can't otherwise do what I don't want you to do. What I tell is what you do. By the time you go to school, find out her association, then you ensure that you meet the parents of those people to know where if she's coming from a decent home. You have the right to stop your child from going out with a particular friend. After all, you're paying the school fees. Yes.
Now, here you are, a defender of the youths, and you are inundated. You stumbled on this scenario. Now, I mean, what should your center be doing for such youths, for example? You walked away, or you felt there should be a follow-up?
Say that again. I didn't quite get you.
Yeah, when you stumbled on this...
okay, what is the scenario I painted?
Yes. So what did you do thereafter? Or you just say, okay, to your tent, O Israel?
Well, I have to be honest with you because I have few days to stay in that state. What I did was I left that place. It took me to another place, the same thing. Third place, the same thing. Playing out. What did I do? At that moment, I called someone in Abuja to give me my pastor's number. My pastor called me and asked me, I said, please, I am stuck. I'm looking for a place to lodge and see. He now said I should come. When I got to the church, they now told the driver to take me to Soso Hotel. So I told him what I saw. He said, this is what we've been saying here. But because I didn't have more days to stay here, what I wanted to do, I told him that I want to look out for the, by then I've not started doing this, my NGO. In fact, it's one of the things that made me, because such hotels, what I wanted to do is to report to police.
They're always supposed to be partners.
To report to police, to take immediate action. Or we NGO, we get ourselves together to make sure we stop him.
Okay. Now, you also have this title, the title of this book, Teens Character Modeling.
Yeah.
Molding.
Molding.
Yes, molding. So can you also give us some chapters?
Shaping up the character. Okay, look at here. I said, if you don't mind, give me 1 minute. Sorry. I said, life is a lesson. Live and learn as a teenager. The best gift you can offer to yourself is sincerity. Being sincere to yourself is the best gift you can ever offer to yourself at this stage of your life. Although it is discombobulating stage in life. But then, if you can be obedient, focused, and confident, being guided by your inner self, your intuition, your speech, your activities, and give yourself to things that will inspire you, educate you, enlighten you, rather than indulging in negative activities, you would have done yourself a world of good.
Okay, right. Maybe you raise the title. Let's capture that in camera.
Okay. Teens Character Molding.
Character molding. Okay, now.
Basically, what I'm trying to make out from this is talking to mothers to be involved. Mold your child the way you want your child to be. Mold your child the way you want your child to be from onset. Not when a child is 20, 25, begin to, if I tell him he will not listen. Excuse me, how can he listen? When you fail to get it at the early stage. At early stage, that's when you form a child. Whatever, just like here, there's an example I gave you. I say, like if you put a mixed flour in a pan, it forms the shape of bread. If you put it in a cake, it forms the shape of a cake. So as human beings, when you start early to mold your child anyhow you want it, if you want it to be wayward, you mold him in a wayward form. If you want it to be a good child, you mold him. He cannot desist from whatever. The Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. When he grows up, he doesn't depart.
Okay. Now let us look at this thing we call reading culture in Nigeria. It's virtually going down.
These days.
And I'm sorry for those in Nollywood, Kannywood, and other that are proudly doing some jobs. But it's like they have taken over when it comes to reading, the art of reading itself. So here you are talking about teens. Here you are, the teens are busy on screen. So how do we balance, strike a balance here?
You've been talking about Nollywood. Remember, don't forget I told you that as we are doing vocational center, we are doing a mini library. What Paddy tend to do is we engage them, motivation. We give out the books and give them motivation. Mind you, we have just started a Paddy's reading club. We give out book, and every month we follow up, and they come and do a review. We select the best. At the end of the day, the winner will be announced, and they will be motivated highly. I think from there, they will not know there is whatever in hard work. When you work hard, you eat. Because we give them incentive, we don't have to leave them like that. So that's what we tend to achieve. That's how we tend to achieve reading, reviving the reading culture.
Yeah. So what about what I call your ability to kind of do some follow-ups as to you've started from somewhere, you are also monitoring how far they've gone, but when they do graduate from being teenagers, thereafter what? How do you monitor them?
That is why it can't be me and my team alone. That is why I'm advocating that government should look into this, my bill, and put it into law, sign it. Then men will be selected, capable people that will man the organization, follow up in schools, like that, to ensure the right thing is being done.
Okay, let's take a very small break.
Okay.
For some seconds, and thereafter we continue. Welcome back. Now let us, as we begin to also wrap up, let us look at what I will call your future engagements with these children. Because for how long have you been doing this? And I mean, what's the program like that you have for them? Stop gaps from A, B, C, D, and your destination.
Okay, thank you. Good question. It still boils down to what I said earlier. Funding has been a major problem. I have so much fantastic plans. We in PADI, we have fantastic plans, but funding is a major problem we're facing. This thing was registered, PADI was registered 2022, 29th April precisely, happened to be my birthday. So that was when we registered. But then we've been working. What we achieved, what we did that 2022, we gathered them schools, about how many schools? We had the quiz, essay, impromptu quiz, essay, and debates. After that, the winner will engage the winner. We get scholarship. Because we went into interior to discover that we have so many. Okay, after the program, we went into interior to discover that we may have many out of school children. So we now say, what do we do? Some of them are pregnant, some of them are this. So what do? We now said, that was when we came up with the idea of visiting schools. So when you get there, you discover that when you come again, the particular person you saw last time is no longer there. You ask, they don't have encouragement. We now said, you know what? We need to make this open to the public to support us. We now launched what I call 1 million Teen Girls Scholarship.
1 million?
1 million Teen Girls Scholarship Scheme.
1 million teen girls.
Teen girls. Okay. Girls especially. Teen girls. That was when I ran into one general who told me, Anita, you know gender bias. Why would you be girls alone? I said, okay, let's be done with girls, then we'll do boys. But meanwhile, we're looking for sponsors. We have plans, big plans, but we don't have sponsors. So we launched out that 1 million Teen Girls Scholarship with hope that people will join us. At Simply in a point that they will join us to be able to achieve this. At the end of the day, we just launched it out, but we didn't achieve that, because we didn't have funding. We ended up paying for few students But meanwhile, you targeted 1 million. But then IGP, Alikali, what's the full name? I can't remember. Alikali, yes, sent a representative from Education Unit of Nigeria Police Force, because party is partnering with Nigeria Police Force. So, as a representative, he came and made huge promises, that and we didn't see anything. We continue, we didn't rest. The next year we launched out again. We intended to pay for 1,110 students WAEC and NECO face, because we discovered that they take their exams simultaneously. You can't take this and leave this. What if you fail this? Okay, so we went into that, launched it out, thinking that people could come to our aid to ensure we get this 1,110 students. Because how did we come up with such figure? We came up by picking from each state 10, like that. So that was how we were able to draw that number of students. But at the end of the day, we couldn't meet up because we start funding. It was we that tasked ourselves to still do that. Okay, last year, I did another thing. What did I do? I ran into, during when I was writing this book, I had come from States. I ran into an old friend who we got talking. We were so excited. I look over there. I say, young girl, beautiful, looking so much like. I said, wait a moment, is that your daughter? She said, yes. I said, okay, it looks so much like you. I don't know what made me to my eye be going there. I look over again. I saw her busy pricing phone. I said, oh, she got a phone. I said, yes. I said, how old is she? She said, she's 12. I said, 12? Okay. I drew her close. I said, whisper to her ear, how often do you monitor her? How often do you monitor her phones? The woman said, monitor how? And I said, if you are ready to give I am not against you giving a child a phone, but I am against when you give a child a phone, you don't get involved. You should be involved in that phone. Censor some particular, parental guide or whatever, you censor the phone. Ensure she doesn't go to some sites. Because once she has a phone, she has a word in her palm. She can afford to. Sometimes you as an adult, you are doing something very busy, very meaningful on the phone. All of a sudden, you see an advert of a naked woman or a naked man. You know what I mean? So by the time you censor it, so at that moment, the woman she got twisted. I said, okay, wait a moment. Let's call her up to pick up the phone, to check the phone. It's okay. We called her. The girl refused to come. She refused to come. I said, okay. The woman said, oh, you see, now I told you she will not agree. She said, don't tell me that. Because by you telling me that, you have failed. Okay, you're a child of 12 years. You're telling me, you're bold to tell me that if you call her up, she will not answer. She will not bring the phone. Okay, let me call her. I called her. I said, bring the phone here. She looked at me. She said, And I said, do you know what we do? You will tell her that if you doesn't bring that phone, from this moment you cease from being her mother. And you will not buy anything again, ice cream, shawarma, whatever, nowhere. School fees, nowhere. If you tell her that because she's 12, she's still small, she will cry. She will cry begging. But if it tells an adult, 18 years, 20 years, you say, Mommy, I even hate you. I don't even want you from day one. You can go your way. Then somebody is confusing her already. But this one will when she will come. Exactly what I said. As we were walking away, leaving her there, she now came, crying, Mommy, why don't you take the phone? She brought the phone, passworded. Open it, another problem. Finally, when she opened it, I might not be able to say what we saw, but we saw something I cannot say here. Fainting had not come, the woman had fainted. You understand me? So what am I trying to say? Is in this book. What I'm trying to say is this. If you're ready to give a child a phone, you should be ready to be part of the phone. You should be involved. You should be able to know the site she visits. In fact, you should, as a matter of fact, you should censor the phone so that she doesn't go to inappropriate sites.
Wow. Well, I allowed you to tell the stories for this long because You said it's real as in real, so that people will learn so much about that. Now, this issue of out of school syndrome, teenage pregnancy, at the point you see some people having baby factories. I know some people's children are just there, they give birth.
Sorry to cut you short. I didn't finish that story. So it now made me to change the topic of the program I wanted to do 2024. Last year, December 12/12. So I now change it to way forward for our Nigerian singers. Okay, the first national confab, the first national conference on singers, and the theme was way forward for our Nigerian singers in cyberspace. Because of that, so I brought in experts to come to talk to students, talk to children, and decide they should. I want to credit Honorable Kafiliat Obara, of federal representative in representing Lagos State. You know, she was part of that program. In fact, she sponsored books, these books that was given out to children that day. She was there. She tried.
Okay, so back to the issue of these baby factories.
Okay.
We've been hearing them, and it appears it's still going on. Even when you have a NAPTIP, National Agency for the Prohibition and Trafficking in Persons, you still find some of these things taking place. To what extent will you say you're working together with some of these agencies, these anti-trafficking agencies, to ensure that our children are safe?
Well, I can't tell you what I do. Basically, when I see such things, I contact police, gender, DCP, Madam Rita Oki has been at it. But I've not been able to align myself with the NAPTIP. I've written them several, tried to write for Cotsical to partner with them. Anybody that sees it will say, oh, NAPTIP, this is their core area. I said, well, you can force yourself into them. I've written them several. They've not answered us, you know, but in fairness to them, anytime I do program, they call. But the official tidying or partnership thing is not there yet. So you can't go extra mile to work on the mandate. So when I see such things, immediately I contact Nigeria Police Force through gender office.
Then the last issue here on discussion, teenage marriage, for example. Okay. Not really teenage, infant marriage or child marriage, you know. Not up to the teens we are protecting, yet they're already married. So how do you go into some of these things?
Well, I might not be able to talk much concerning that because I know particular states in Nigeria are glue into it. In fact, I got into arguments with a man, a responsible man concerning that. He told me, Princess, don't even go there. Just cut it off from your whatever. I don't know. It's except if you don't want to otherwise. But for me, from where I'm coming from, if such thing happens, of course, I alert police. I get involved in it and make sure I see to the end of it. So I might not be able to, I don't know. I don't have that mandate to, jugu.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, I give you just this, without the question, I mean, your own vision for the girl child, your own vision for that teenager, since you've been accused positively that you have a bias for the girl child.
Okay.
So maybe you pass a message to that girl child on survival or surviving techniques in an aggressive male-dominated society.
Well, what I want to say is this: if you're a young girl out there, you're facing trial, facing this, speak up. Don't be quiet. Don't ever allow any uncle to tell you, don't tell anybody you will die. Don't tell your mother you will die. Don't. Speak up. You're not going to die. If possible, you look for my number and call me. In the midnight, early morning, call me. You get help. Don't die in silence. Whatever situation you find yourself, don't die in silence. But what I try to tell is, be mindful of your body. Your body is so expensive. Nobody can pay it. I see some of you half naked. You are the one attracting the customers. Tomorrow you say they rape you. But meanwhile, you are the one telling them, I'm available. Open almost half naked or after pants. They call it micro mini. Walking in the streets, what do you expect? You are rising on the man that sees you. So what I'm trying to say, in your own part, try to play your game well to avoid any unforeseen circumstances coming on your way. That's all I can tell you. You will get help. When you train yourself, remember we have role models. We have Chiamanda, we have Ngozi Konjo, we have so many of them. Women are the builders of homes. Try to be one. Prayerful, assisting your mother. Try to do what she asks you to do. Don't do otherwise. Don't listen to friends. They have no future for you. It's only your mother that has future for you. But anyway, aside that, some mothers lure their children into what is not right. I remember a child coming to complain to me, see what my mom says I should do. I said, wait a moment. I need to see that your mother. Because I do know, and I open my eye to know that some mothers, because of quest of money, getting money syndrome, they want their child to marry or to do what they're not supposed to do. Giving out the child to a man because they want to get money. Please speak up. Pick up that telephone. Speak up. You'll be helped. Thank you.
The program is Crime Watch, and this is meant to kind of be a guide to open the eyes of our teenagers, parents, to ensure that there is a better today, a better tomorrow, a better future for everyone. And our guest has been Princess Anita. She is the African Teens Ambassador. We want to thank you for coming to Third Eye
Thank
Africa.
you, Mr. Payne. It's been a wonderful journey.
Thank you. Thank you very much. My name is Ben Shaman. Keep listening to and watching Third Eye Africa TV. And bye for now.